Hi everybody, how are you? Let's see my eyes here. I can't even tell you guys how chilly it is today. It's like 50 degrees, which doesn't sound cold. I was in Colorado 2 years ago, hanging out in like below zero weather and I was fine. But for some reason this is chilly. So the personality is a boundary. It's a boundary. It's a limited, learned sense of being. Beyond the personality, or we could call the I structure, or that limited sense of consciousness, beyond those confines of me and my world, we're accessing transpersonal states of awareness. Okay? Meaning not limited to the I. Non-duality is one of those levels of consciousness. And when the perimeter or the boundary of that personal I begins to crumble, be stretched, or receive holes, meaning that moments of awareness become deeper and more profound and start to pull that personal structure away from its limited reality, we experience something that people refer to as an awakening or awakenings. Okay, a deep internal recognition of the not I, of the not two, because the I is dualism. The mind is dualistic. Okay? You cannot have thinking patterns without subject-object. It doesn't happen. That's what mind is. Mind is time. I've done multiple videos about this. You can go through the content and listen more on that. The specific issue that I'm addressing today actually is something that's very personal and very dear to me and dear to many of you. And it's the integration and the healing of that spirit-matter split. Okay? So, first off, in one way, it doesn't really need to be integrated because it's never actually been split. Reality is one seamless reality. Like I always say, I'm not separate from this tree. My voice is not separate from the body or the tree or the blue sky. This is all appearing as one seamless reality, including the thinking patterns, the meanings being derived from the content and so forth. The drinking of the water and all that. One seamless reality, not two. It all appears simultaneously as one thing. No boundaries, no confines. But the deeper reality that permeates the world of the personal I, the way that it does that upon an awakening is through embodiment, through physical embodiment. So what that consciousness does See, this is what I was talking about. It's freezing here with this wind. The wind's icy. What it does is it uses literally the physical vessel, this physical body, in order to express itself, its non-dual reality. Okay? So it requires more and more of us to sense and feel into presence. Okay? Personal presence, meaning time and space, the time-space continuum, this physical body. So when you have a ton of people having awakenings or exploring non-personal states of consciousness through whatever it is, like meditation, psychedelics, spontaneous awakenings, which is, what happened here, although prior to that there was a deep level of spiritual practice, and that fell away after a true recognition of the seamless, unbroken reality. There is a little bit of practice, but it's more for maintaining the physical system rather than believing that I will get somewhere in time to some magical reality. Anyhow, so if the physical body is being utilized by this consciousness, we run into a couple issues. Number one, the physical body, the density is not yet refined to process this different level of awareness. So we end up with a lot of physical aches and pains, headaches, stomach aches, digestive problems, anxiety, heart palpitations, lots of different symptoms, depression, psychosomatic illnesses, and stuff like that. Food and whatever is ingested also tends to have a bit of a different impact on the system as well. Heavier things like alcohol. I really love wine. I think it's beautiful. This region the desert puts out some of the most beautiful wine ever. At this point, it is extremely difficult for this body to take in alcohol, which sucks because I love wine. Again, meat is too heavy. I have no problem with it. I just kind of eat it when I need it. But again, there's a different kind of need physically that's attuned to. The level of water that I drink is abhorrent. Like, I'm like a whale. I am consistently, continually hydrating the system. I am always thirsty. What I'm talking about is not a lifestyle change or dietary advice. I'm telling you how these frequencies shift and move in the body. Okay? So the embodiment also comes out to trauma, entangled and dense samskaras in the body from past experiences that the energetic system has had, not confined to space and time. So cellular memory logs in a whole neural network of information patterns that are getting rewired and repatterned. You end up needing a lot more sunlight, a lot more nature, which is able to conduct some of these energies a lot quicker than being indoors on, like, for example, electronics can. Moving the body gently is also a very good idea. I used to be a runner. I don't do that anymore. I mostly do like hiking and light walking and a little bit of running. The other day I had a lot more energy to run, so I was able to do that for a little bit more. So again, this consciousness is processed through the physical body. It is an embodied consciousness. It is not a disembodied experience that's happening on some like non-dual realm that conceptualizes oneness and goes into La La Land and uses that topic. Sorry, the sun just keeps muting out the screen. It's not about having some disembodied awakening where we're floating off in La La Land and disconnecting from reality, from people, from our bodies. I mean, this is about coming home, right? Anchoring yourself in that principle of life, of life and movement, life in motion. Again, this is another one of those videos that I've wanted to make for a very long time, probably for about 2 years. But like I said a few days ago, this is a synthesis and a metabolizing that awareness is doing with this living, breathing life experience that takes time to process and move into cycles and be produced into a video like this. So be aware and be conscious of where this awareness is pushing your limits and your boundaries of that personal I, because more than likely, almost certainly, it's going to be attempting to infiltrate the physical vessel on some level and in some way. Harsher environments, for example, are going to be really intense. Thinking patterns that still belong to the personal I are going to feel very heavy, very difficult. They're going to be processing through the body, attempting to flush themselves out and iron themselves out. Trying to think what else I can tell you guys about this that's pertinent. Even if I do a practice, like a yogic practice like Kundalini Yoga, which I taught for years in studios all around San Diego and all over the place, including Central America, out here in the desert, and just various places like that. The energy is so intense from any kind of spiritual practice that it's not really needed. The charges are just too high, because at this point the system itself is conducting such high frequencies and high vibrations that it's just it will literally blow the fuse to continue pushing that artificially through some sort of practice. Yeah, I mean, I'm peeling the curtain back for a lot of these things that I don't know how many people are talking about this, but it's a pertinent discussion. It's a relevant dialogue, in my opinion, because I just think that so many people are still in this whole idea of awakening being metaphysical or not physical. And actually, it's one thing. It's one thing. So awareness, consciousness is this. It's this living, breathing Kate thing. This is about healing that split. There is no real split. And so really, truly nothing is healing. But that has to be known by you. You have to know that. You can't just think that. That has to be an experience, direct experience. So I hope this video is helpful. I hope you are enjoying this beautiful cold day. I don't know if you're in other parts of the world, maybe you're warmer than me, but take good care. Sending you so much love, and just enjoy yourself wherever you are. Bye-bye.